Let's jump right into this explainer. We're looking at exactly why Germany has officially secured its spot as a top 4 global destination for ambitious students. We're talking world-class education, massive global exposure, and seriously lucrative careers. We're going to break down the hard data, the true costs, the specific exams you need to conquer to get admitted, and the incredible job opportunities waiting for you on the other side.
Want a top-tier degree without the crushing debt? Well, take a look at this number. €0. That's literally the cost of tuition for most international students at German public universities. While a lot of other countries are pushing students into massive financial holes just to get an education, Germany's taken a completely different, much more forward-thinking approach.
So, here's our roadmap for today. First, why study in Germany? Second, the real cost of studying. Third, cracking the TestAS exam. Fourth, test prep and study habits. And finally, number 5, landing your German career. Let's get into it.
Section 1. Why study in Germany? The massive opportunity here is driven by a pretty profound shift. Over the last decade, domestic STEM enrollment in Germany actually declined by 24%. But at the exact same time, international STEM enrollment has absolutely surged by 95%. Basically, the country is heavily investing in innovation, which means your skills, especially if you're in engineering, tech, or data science, are urgently needed right now.
And you know what's really interesting? International students aren't just flying in for a quick degree and leaving. 64% of current international students actually plan to remain in Germany after they graduate. They're taking full advantage of the 18-month post-study work visa. It makes transitioning straight from the classroom to the German boardroom and gaining that real global exposure incredibly seamless. Moving on to Section 2, the real cost of studying.
So there's a stark contrast in the German university system. You can choose tuition-free public universities, places like the Technical University of Munich, and literally only pay a tiny administrative semester contribution of about 150 to 350 euros. Or, on the flip side, you can opt for specialized private institutions, which run somewhere between 5,000 and 20,000 euros annually. Obviously, the choice is yours, but that public option is an undeniable financial advantage. It really sets Germany apart.
Now, it's best to look at the upfront living costs you'll face not as a burden, but as a strategic investment. An investment that unlocks an incredible return. I mean, the joy and global exposure of graduating debt-free, that is exactly what we're aiming for here. And getting there just requires some smart early planning.
A really crucial point here is managing your pre-arrival budget. Your absolute largest mandatory financial commitment is going to be the €11,904 blocked account. But remember, this isn't some fee you're paying to the government. It's your own money. It's just safely deposited to guarantee you can cover your living expenses, which are estimated to be around 850 to 1,200 euros a month for that first year. Factor in the €75 visa, your flights, and the language test fees, and you've got your target savings goal.
Section 3. Cracking the TestAS exam.
So how do you actually get admitted? Well, think of the TestAS not as your traditional knowledge test where you can just cram and memorize a textbook. It's more of a clear skill check for German universities. It basically gives admissions boards a fair, standardized comparison of your raw problem-solving abilities and logical reasoning, completely regardless of where in the world you went to high school.
Now, the exam takes over 4 hours in total, and it's divided into 2 distinct parts. First up, you'll spend 110 minutes on the core test. This is about proving your general academic abilities, stuff like solving quantitative problems and completing visual patterns. Then, after a break, you'll jump right into the subject-specific module. For the next 145 to 150 minutes, you'll be deeply focused on the specific cognitive skills required for your exact field of study, whether that's engineering, economics, humanities, or math.
Whether you take the exam digitally or on paper, the 0 to 200 digital scale translates directly to the 70 to 130 standard paper score. And here's a pretty fascinating detail for your admissions goals. Only the top 2% of test takers actually achieve those full marks. No way around it, universities use this exam to filter the absolute best of the best, which means your preparation strategy, it needs to be flawless.
Section 4. Test prep and study habits.
As educational experts point out, reading widely is honestly one of the most powerful things you can do. It enhances the exact critical thinking and logical deduction skills that the TestAS demands. Because the test measures aptitude rather than just basic facts, building a solid habit of reading relevant, complex books, magazines, and international journals is basically your secret weapon. Okay, so here's how you actually turn that reading habit into a tactical advantage. Step 1, set aside dedicated daily time to read international newspapers. Step 2, be strategic about it. Choose articles related to your intended TestAS subject module, like the economy or the latest tech innovations. And Step 3, actively summarize those complex articles. By doing this, you aren't just passively reading, you are actively training your brain for the reading comprehension, the logic, and the vocabulary portions of the exam.
And finally, Section 5, landing your German career.
Let's manage some expectations right out of the gate here. Unlike some countries where universities practically spoon-feed jobs to students via big on-campus placement drives, well, that's just not the norm in Germany. The European standard is a highly self-driven job search. Now, universities will absolutely provide career boards, networking events, and application workshops, but actually landing the job, that is entirely up to your own initiative.
But listen, that self-driven search pays off massively. Global powerhouses are actively hunting for international talent right now. We're talking about enterprise giants like SAP, automotive leaders like Volkswagen and BMW, and engineering pioneers like Siemens and Bosch. And the financial rewards? If you snag a high-demand tech, AI, or engineering role, your expected starting salary potential can climb all the way to an incredible 100,000 euros. So armed with this actionable blueprint for getting admitted, prepping for your exams, financial planning, and understanding the realities of the German career landscape, the only question left to ask yourself is this: are you ready to start your journey and unlock your global career in Germany?